Hi there. Today I am pondering this ongoing and ceaseless battle that we have with ourselves. This voice of the inner critic that belittles us, puts us down, makes us feel ashamed, makes us feel unworthy, not good enough, useless, hopeless, pathetic, weak, all of the things, makes us feel powerless that we can't do things. It's exhausting, isn't it? And it's exhausting and draining, and we have no life force, and we just feel flat and uninspired and that we can't do anything. All of that, though, is a lie. The truth is, you are mighty, you are powerful, you are huge, you are the creator of your reality. But the trick is, and the trouble is, we just don't know that, do we? We don't realise that that's what we are, and that was the place I was in. And the thing is you can kind of think you're all right, that you're all right, your life is all right, everything's kind of okay, you should be grateful for what you've got. But it just is this underlying kind of emptiness, like something's missing. Do you know what I mean? So that's where I was, and then I had a near-death experience which revealed this amazing light and love to me. And then that was 21 years ago, and then went into this roller coaster of discovery of, hang on, like, what am I truly? Who am I truly? All of these things that I have thought that I was, coming to realise that I was not. And so my point today, though, is it is so exhausting, isn't it? And we can stop. We don't have to keep being at war with ourselves. And all of the but war on the outside, all of the dysfunction in the world is an outplay of our own inner battle. We are the ones that have the power. Literally, we have the power to change the world. And we just start with ourselves. Because if we look outside, we again have got caught in some kind of trap. The material comes last and the formless comes first. And what's important is all the things that you have decided about yourself, all the things that you have decided about who and what you are. So if we come back to this example of the inner critic, it might sound like the voice of your mother, the voice of your father, the voice of your sister, brother, teacher at school, someone outside of yourself. That's what it sounds like. And if we are trapped here in this place, then actually what we're trapped in is this idea that we are a victim, the idea that the world is being done to us and we are powerless. So I invite you to make a shift. I invite you to see that although you may have a very loud inner critic, you are the one who is giving it weight. So just take a breath with that, because it's really hard to see these things as we start to awaken to them. They meet all of our resistances because we've operated in that way for such a long time that we protect that space, and that we have done these things in order to survive. And we've created these ideas in order to survive because we thought we needed to. And the truth is, we don't need to. So come with curiosity, come with an open mind, come with this idea, oh, hang on a minute, what if I had done that? Crikey, like, what if I was doing it to myself? Wow. Because actually, if you realise you're doing it to yourself, who has the power to change it? You do. So all the power is with you. And so how do you overcome it? You come to a place of coming out of your thinking. And this feels like phase one for me. This was the first thing I really learned that to transform my whole life, was to allow my feelings and start to experience myself as a feeling being, not a thinking being. And there's nothing wrong with thinking, it's awesome. But if we are trapped in those loops, then it's not awesome, is it? It's awful, it sucks, and we're really in a place of suffering. So to come into the feeling space instead, and then what's tricky about the feeling space is that the feelings are the ones that we are trying to avoid, and we're doing that by thinking, and they are things like shame and guilt and anxiety and all these kind of feelings in the body. But again, you can take a step back from those and just start to see them as energy, as vibration, just a sensation in the body. Fear, shame, guilt, whatever it is, just breathe with, wow, it's just a sensation in the body. Because it's like, underneath is the wrong term, because You are all that is. You are the infinite nothingness, the pure potential. And yet we have got this idea, oh, I am this small little human being. Or, oh yeah, I am this bad person. I mean, I spent years like this underlying sense that I was bad, and I couldn't get my head around it because it actually didn't make any logical sense. I hadn't done anything that bad, in the world. And so I couldn't kind of get to it. And then what I got to is underneath. It's just an idea that we made up from something that we experienced. And we've made up a lot of fallacies and falsehoods about ourselves. And that's what we're here to unravel. That's the exciting thing. This is a time of unraveling. This is a time of seeing the patterns and realizing that, these are just patterns. And actually, I don't need to keep living them. I can put them down and choose something else instead. So how do you silence the inner critic? You start to realize that you are the one giving it power to have its voice. That's number one. And then number two, you move into the feeling state. So you can actually begin to see, okay, what is underneath this voice? What meaning have I given it? What am I making it mean? What am I making it mean about the world? What am I making it mean about myself? And you do that by coming into the feeling space. So if you'd like more support like that, check out my website, wendy-harrington.com. On there you will find a video series, a mini video series, to guide you into a 7-step emotional processing practice to help you connect with the emotions. It's also written as a book, Process and Prosper, which you'll find on various book retailers, on Amazon, Waterstones. And then it's to practice that, to begin to practice that. And of course, if you would like me as your guide, having walked this pathway, then I would be really happy to be so. And check out the website. You can book a call with me if you check out the mentoring or the retreats page, and we can have a chat and I can see how I can support you. So much love from me to you. You are mighty. You are awesome. Let's remember it. Let's live this together. Love you.